So I met this lady earlier. Her name is Mary. She asked me how I was doing. I was like, I'm doing well. How are you? She had tears in her eyes, and I said, what's wrong, honey? And she started crying and saying that they stole my home. I said, did you own it outright? And she said, yeah, I didn't owe anything. It was bought and paid for full. Oh, no, didn't owe no taxes. No, I didn't owe no taxes. They just took everything and everything I owned. I said, well, that's interesting because the same damn thing happened to me in Oklahoma. I try to tell you that these low-life Democrats and rhino fence walkers are playing devil's advocate, basically. It's their typical MO. They get so arrogant with their egotistical ways because they get away with it. And then, not all the police and not all the judges, not all the lawyers are corrupt. The doctors, I mean, we can go on and on, the whole list. Politicians, governors, mayors. Mayors are a joke. They just do their little pet project when a disaster comes, and then they just sit on that FEMA money for 6 months and then put it to their little pet peeves or their grandiose design that goes to shit because you're trying to build something too big out of basic chunk change that you think is all that. And it shows that y'all don't know how to budget money. That's why the majority of people that they get money, they are left with nothing. They give a lot away and then they just blow it on stupid shit they don't need. Like, you got to seriously think about it. But like I told her, I'm standing my ground. It's a federal state 1842. And they've infiltrated the entire United States court system, taking things that don't belong to them. So, and it's not is what it is. And then earlier I had another lady before Mary came along. I just wanted to give you a little bag of popcorn because I seen you out here and yada, yada, yada. They're telling me to go to the Good Samaritan. I will not, and I'll tell you why. I own a home that was stolen from me, and there's these United States federal state government codes, and, if you are a red, white, and blue, then I suggest you adhere to the law. And they need these lowlifes to go and break spiritual law. And, the satanic shit is diabolical. And then the dogma stuff. That dogma stuff is, those prosperity preachers that just give me 1/10 of your money, pay your tithes, and so I can pay my bills and live high on the hog off at the backs of you, congregation. And it even says in the Bible that the man of God is not supposed to live better than his own congregation. Isn't that interesting? So, but she's telling me to go to Good Samaritan. Woe unto that church because, you give a place to stay for the night, but you don't give a place to stay. And that's chump change. That's ridiculous. And I'm sure your little employees get paid well off the backs of the people that are paying for taxes. And then I met a military man, and he said he's 72, and he put some of his money into an IRA, and he grew it from 10,000 to 65,000. And then the damn government comes in and taxes that while they give him chump change in his military pension. He can barely make ends meet, he said. He said he's coming up here in his little golf cart because it saves money, and that's why he invested in getting the golf cart, so he can go to the store and not spend so much in gas. Smart man. Typical military. met another vet that 19 years, a woman, and you can see in her eyes the worn out. They've been being treated like a human experiment with all those shots and shit you give to our military people, especially when you claim we're going to war, you know. Oh, we got to give you all these vaccines and boosters and yada yada so, you know, you don't catch nothing, no diseases, no whatever. Have a good night.
Mama.
And so that's what's wrong. And you just had Memorial Day and you're doing these big shindigs about, oh, you know, God bless the military, but then yet you don't give two shits to a fuck if they're out on this. Dude, I love you. Thank you. And
No, man. Not much, but something.
Absolutely, and
Right?
I thank you. Yeah, it's like going and gathering pennies.
Yeah, that's it.
You know.
Good night.
Thank you, Bubba.
Okay.
Stay blessed. So we need to take care of our people, not go steal their shit that they worked hard for all their life. And that lady Mary, she's devastated. And I said, Mama, I'm fighting for you too. And I told y'all, I'm not just fighting for me. You remember what Obama said? You'll have nothing and be happy. Yeah, I'm not happy. And you took my everything illegally. And you call it legal. Because somebody goes and does a quick claim deed and claims the fucking land as their own after they sign my signature. That's called identity theft. That's forgery. That's theft. That's grand larceny. Shall I go on? Hate crimes, organized crimes, human trafficking, racketeering. You know what racketeering is, right? It's conspiring with others to take everything that someone has. Oh, you mean like life insurance and inheritance? Yeah. Uh-huh. And then the government will turn around and charge you more money because you got an inheritance. Go fuck off. Get the fuck out of my life, government. And that includes the rest of the people. And then I see that what happened to Princess Diana's children. Beautiful children, and y'all devastated those two boys. How dare you? And then to come to find out, oh look, we were supposed to have free reign of all of our inheritance. We are the true heirs. And then who decided to do what? Yeah, Queen Elizabeth already knew. Diabolical bitch. Moving her sister in and giving her a job. Thank God for the Aunt Beatrice. Good woman. Military. Aye. She'll whoop your ass just by a look. Hello. So, it's not just God bless America. It's God bless the world. I don't care what country.